I'm in my new hospital bed. I've got my meds trolley beside me. I know Sean was keeping you updated.
Obviously, something we can debunk is her new hospital bed was bought privately. I've got the trail for that. Somebody gave the money, donated the money to it, and somebody transferred money to that person to then buy the bed. So that is that. But what I did notice, can you all look at the date, please? It says the 22nd, 10:01, but yet she didn't mention anything about being in hospital. So it's been 7 weeks. This is the middle of August. You can see the videos.
Feel the feed when... Hello, lovely.
Videos are all on there, so it wasn't 7 weeks in hospital. Just saying. See it for yourself. Absolutely.
5-10 minutes, but just...
I got woman, I got fitness, I got sexy, I'm divine. I'm unbeatable, I'm creative, honey, you can get it right. I am feminine, I am masculine, I got anything you want. I can teach you, I can love you, if you got it, do it wrong. Got it, do it wrong. Got it, do it wrong.
Okay, that's her own video. It's in the public domain. This is just an awareness. But as you can see, she's saying tube-fed flashbacks. Memories 4 years ago.
I got woman, I got fitness, I got sexy, I'm divine. I'm unbeatable, I'm creative, honey, you can get it right. I am feminine, I am masculine, I got anything you want. I can teach you, I can love you, if you
No
got
gastroparesis tags at all. Oh, this is me. Look at me scrolling through her content. Sorry. Oh.
Ooh, that sugar sweet, you far away. Hey guys, so I guess I kind of haven't really been like open about how my feeds have been going or anything recently. It's not that I haven't been open, I just haven't really talked about it. But yeah, they've not been going well. So in the past 3 weeks, I've been managing about 50 mil a day, if anything in the day, which obviously is not good at all. Or even, basically at the moment.
To show you how like small amount that is, we swallow about 20 mil of spit a day. And we don't even know it. And 20 mil, like to survive, she would be severely malnutrition in hospital, organs compromised. So again, it's literally giving you the evidence. We're warning people out there. People have been taken for money. We heard from the victims. If you haven't heard the stories, please go onto YouTube on the Observer's post. You will see it. If you are just coming into the live and you've not been in it before, this is not a hate live. This is a factual live to use things that she has said herself, which is conflicting. Over the period that she has been on social media. She is changing it on the daily at the moment of what she does have and what she doesn't have. Yeah, if you can raise one of the mods, please. I don't know who the other creator you're mentioning, but this one, I don't want any hate aimed at any chronic ill community. This is just this one person where we have gone to the police, and due to her mental health, they could not do the charges that would be applicable, but they have said that we could use social media to warn other people so they don't fall in the same trap. So, yeah, can we get that out the chat, please? Please do not mention other creators. This is an awareness for Chronic KiKi, showing you what she has said and the conflicted stories. Can you make sure, mods, that's not mentioned in the chat, that other creator, please? Because I can't do both. Can the host tell us her medical qualifications so we can have a balanced chat? Dark Light, welcome. I've been doing this for 2 weeks now. I don't have medical qualifications, but if someone says they're paralysed and their neck stands up, that doesn't need a medical qualification. If somebody says that they are a type 3C diabetic but are not on insulin, again, that doesn't need a genius to work it out. If somebody has different brand tubes in the nose every day and is having to get them off a Skiggle or Facebook, it doesn't take a genius to work out. Please go on the Observer, watch the things before you can comment. Also, I am someone who has illnesses, and so do my children, and everyone in the chat does. So everybody knows what the narrative is for their illness, and when it conflicts, that's what we discuss about. So yeah, I didn't go to medical school. Thank you. To be fair, I don't want to do anyone next. I've had enough of this already. The whole idea was that, yeah, sorry, Pips, put it in there. Oh, Hannah, I am not saying all people cannot be this drives me mad every day. When somebody says they're paralysed from the waist down, somebody meaning this creator, there is lots of people with FND, there are lots of people with partial paralysis. I am not saying this. She has said herself that she cannot stand up. She could be washed and she would not feel it. She does not feel anything from the waist down. That is when you say that person can't stand up. They would need aids, they would need hoists, etc. So we are not saying that all paralysed people can. I am saying chronic KiKi, who says she is paralysed from the waist down since birth, since 2 years ago. So we're putting the stories up to show the conflicting information, not about the general chronic illness community. This is aimed at nobody else. I feel like someone's going to have to keep putting it in the chat, apart from this creator. As I say, every single live I say, this is about this creator. This is not about anyone else's chronic illnesses. Everyone's body is very, very different. What treatment regime you might have for the same condition that someone else has might be totally different. What feed you have might be totally different. What equipment you use might be totally different. But we're talking about this one creator to give you facts. This is, oh, thank you, Gio. It's only about what she says. Exactly. The fact is she lies. That's the issue, not the symptoms. Thank you, Pip. That's how I feel. Thank you. In her own words, she will say one story, but then say the same condition with another story. And that's what we're doing in this live. And I don't need a medical degree to do that. Right, let's go back to where we were. It's throwing me off, that has now. I just get so explaining the same thing over and over and over again. Yeah. Hannah, I can't stop people assuming. I can keep reiterating it, and we can type it as many times in the comments, but nothing about anyone else's conditions. Nothing at all. This is her giving her IV meds into her wrist. Sorry, I'm trying to... We'll come to the aseptic technique, because that is a point I'm supposed to. Yeah, Hannah, absolutely. I can't read pinned comments if anyone else can. So that was one. I think I stopped it because I didn't want to show any more of that. But, yeah.
And if you have meds to take, make sure you take them. I'm slightly early. I mean, it's 12 o'clock anyway, so that's fine. But yeah, normally take them about 1, but I'm in quite a lot of pain, to be honest. So yeah, take them with me.
She's been paralysed since birth from the waist down, she said. And then it was 2 years ago, just, you know. So, yeah, she did. This is because, like, she will say it's 2 years ago. Obviously, you can see this is 2022. This is the 8th of, so this is 2 years ago probably to sort of now. She said it's been over 2 years or 3 years. But just to say, in August, 15th of August in 2022, she was not paralysed from the waist down. Just show you that again.
And if you have meds to take, make sure you take them. I'm slightly early. I mean, it's 12 o'clock anyway, so that's fine. But yeah, normally take them about 1, but I'm in quite a lot of pain, to be honest. So yeah, take them with me.
So that's that one.
Hello everyone, I'm just going to do a little video of changing my tapes. I'm actually really upset because I've let my album...
Right, sorry, I'm just going to pick it up here. Obviously now from the 22nd, the gastroparesis tag is coming in. Just to let you know. Again, all these videos are on her own profile. You can see it yourself. So, you know, the seizure was as genuine as KiKi Price's bazookas. Right, what has KiKi Price done? Anyway, I'm just dumbfounded by KiKi Price at the moment. Oh, I hate this when I do.
Of tapes get quite low in stock, so I need to do an order when I get some money, of course, which is always an issue right now. But yeah, like literally, Tubey Cheeks, what are you doing to me? How can I nearly have run out of tape? Like, you know the amount I order. I think I've got an order placed actually, I'm not too sure, but yeah, oh, I'm gutted. Like, I cannot run out, please, don't let me run out.
On the tubes, I've seen measurements from 104, is that side on, whatever your side on the NJ side, I've seen measurements from 104 to 116. Gio, what was the top one? I didn't know if your jejunum moved, you know. 116, so 104 to 116. If you want to go on her videos, you can see it for yourself. Oh, what was that one? Mine is 100. Mine is 125 if it moves more times. It's not that. It's the fact that when you place it, it's the number that it's placed. It's not that it moves. It's that it says, because let's be honest, we don't believe it to be going in a jejunum anyway, because we've seen liquid go in, liquid go out. Thank you, Bones. Thank you, Summer. Thank you, Nay. But if you look at her numbers on her things, she needs to stick to the same number, because it's been 104, 108, 106, 111, 116. There's different numbers on every video. I can understand it moving gradually, a grown child, but not, yeah. Bear in mind she has gastroparesis as well, so it's not likely to move because you have paralysed stomach, maybe. 100% Pip. 100%. But I can't say it out like that, but 100%. I think she just, to be fair, I think with the tape situation, I think she's just addicted to, like, as an accessory. And I hate to think how much money, that's the really sad thing, because how much money she has gained out of this, she's got nothing to show for it. And that makes me really sad, because it's a lot of money. And a lot of it has been spent on buying medical equipment and tapes and things and accessories. And it kind of makes me feel really sad. Just think what she could have done. Oh, thank you, Laura. She could have gone on some absolutely one of yeah, absolutely. Yep, one of her carers on her live did say, "Do you want anything to eat?" So there's lots of conflicting stories, but today it was just like, today she was saying on a live last night before she needed £30 to £40 for new tapes, and this is the thing. So like, do we think by her saying, oh, like we had Mark talk about, I need £30 to £40 for some tapes. I mean, it's almost like, and bearing in mind she's surrounded by vulnerable people, it's almost like this. I have no tapes, I really want some to play with. And that's what she does when she's asking for money. You know, it's not like, she has threatened some people, but most of it, it's almost like coercion and manipulative, and that child victim. I need money for bills. I'm going to get thrown out on the street and live in a cardboard box. Of course, people are going to go, any normal, compassionate person is going to turn around and say, you know, oh, I'll help you. And like Mark, you know, his wife said, this don't add up. But Mark still was like, yeah, but she's like the age of our daughter, and I just feel really sorry for her. Her mum and dad have gone on holiday and they've left her and she's got nothing. So it's the way she actually asks for things. And then it's like in the mod chat, I don't know whether she smokes trees. In the mod chat, it's like, oh, I really need some money. Right. Apparently, there's somebody in our chat called Hannah. My viewers are messaging her. Please tell them to stop. Can nobody message anybody, please? Willing the mods, can you jump on that? Can nobody message anybody? I don't know what that's about. I haven't even seen it. I can't focus on the video and everything at the same time. Or you have no idea. Oh dear, everyone's a bit feisty today, aren't they? It's Bob. I know who you are, Bob, as Bob, but why are people messaging you? Can you show one of us the messages so we can sort it out for you? Oh, you smoke trees for pain. Okay, no worries. Yeah, so basically, hashtag for trees. So basically, it's the way that she asks for things. I don't know. I'm shaking. I'll get one of them to contact you. Rihanna was the one who was saying about the other creator. I have no idea what's going on. 1 second. Do you have any idea what's going on? But leave it with us. Can nobody go inboxing other people, please? We're not about that. This is about awareness, not hate. Please don't go inboxing other people. We do not condone it. So yeah, again, bear with 1 second. Let's find out what's going on. Hold on a minute. Your call is very important. Please hold the line. Do you know what's going on? Yeah. She's in there now. It's not Bob. She's changed her name.
Ask them to message me because
Can you message Naughty Wifey, Bob? I do not condone anyone sending any hate. There you go. Okay, we'll get that sorted. I think someone's hoaxing. Sally, I've seen her saying she has schizo. Yes, she has. I think I have got that video. She has said that she has schizoaffective disorder. So it's a person. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea what's going on there. Nobody from my live is encouraging any hate. Nor would they. If anybody's doing it off their own back, please don't. Everyone that's in here generally is part of the chronic illness community. This is an awareness about chronic KiKi, nobody else.
message Bob, please.
Yeah, Katie, don't message Bob. Lose on the case. Thank you very much. Right, okay. I think they were sticking up for Evie. As I said, I asked people not to put another creator in here. I've been... like, I'm aware that there's other people calling, and this even started in this live. KiKi called out other people with illnesses saying they were fake. I don't think, unless you've got facts, I don't think you should be calling out anybody. Unless unless you know things to be facts, and that's what we're doing here. Fact is, she said she was paralysed. Fact is, she stood up. Fact is, you shouldn't be attacking anybody from the chronic illness community. And you know, I'm finding it quite hard that everyone's attacking other people for their illnesses when they're ill themselves. Like, I'm all for human kindness. The only reason that I'm doing this about this person is because she is known to have taken money and to have done things that she shouldn't have done. What are chronic illnesses? Chronic illnesses could be a variety of things, but they're things that can't be fixed, that you have to live with. Bob, I think Lou's on the case now. Please, you can send stuff through. She'll give you somewhere to send it through to. No, I'm not one of her ex-mods. Nope. Nope. Wasn't part of her community. Wasn't an ex-mod. My friend, without explaining this all again, it is on the YouTube. It is on YouTube on the Observer's account. The Observer on YouTube. That's not the newspaper. Yeah, exactly. I got involved because a friend got took for a lot of money. So I'm just here presenting facts. And I have been doing for 2 weeks until she gets help. I don't want her to be lynched. I don't want her to get hate. I actually want her to get help. But I actually want to warn other people, not all is what it seems. Please do your research before sending anything, like medical equipment or money. She needs help. So I don't want people going in there giving her crap. Not what I'm here for. I don't want people inboxing her. Not what I'm here for. I don't want people harassing her. Not what I'm here for. I'm purely here to say, before you make any donations of any kind, please make sure you know what you're doing. I'm not here to talk about any other creators. Nope. Because actually, this has plagued my existence for a while. But I won't stop until she has got help. Because I'm really worried. I'm really worried that either she's going to do something to herself, or she is going to advise somebody to do it themselves, if you know what I'm saying. And that's my concern. That's my only concerns. We were told to come on social media, use it as our power, and let people know so they don't fall in the same trap. Absolutely. So I do not want anybody hating on this woman, sending her messages, because I said girl, and she's not a girl, she's 25. I don't want anybody to be causing this woman any more distress than I probably am now, telling you about her, because she's not liking the fact that I am showing factual evidence of where maybe she's not been so truthful. So I know that I'm causing her distress, but I do not want anybody to go and harass her or send her hate. Please don't do it. We need to get help, and we need to stop hurting other people. And we're not in the process of sending minions out. That's not us. Ooh, what's happened to my sound?
No. But yeah, oh, I'm gutted. Like, I cannot run out. Please, don't let me run out. No, but these tapes are the one thing that make like having tubes easier. That makes no sense to some people if you don't have.
That was me taking a screenshot. You could see it in the flash. So the other thing I want to point out is if you are tube fed, most of the time all your tubes should be the same brand. And up until a point, they used to be for her, but they're not anymore. They keep... she's gone for Tuba Cheek sponsorship. Yes, she is. They keep changing.
Feel the feed when... Hello, lovely. Hey, love. Hello, lovely.
Oh, this is me
Outlook of BPD and psychosis. Yes. So I do struggle with my mental health. I'm not going to hide that from people. I think that's something that I will be quite clear about. I do struggle with my mental health. I struggle with my mental health a lot more because of my chronic illnesses. Obviously, my depression can be quite bad because actually my chronic illness makes me feel quite alone a lot of the time. And yeah, psychosis. So I don't have BPD. I was misdiagnosed with BPD in the past. But psychosis, yes. I am on the aripiprazole because I suffer from psychotic episodes. And also sometimes mania. But that's not common. That's normally when I'm just overtired. Because I don't sleep very well, so I suffer from insomnia. So I suffer from a condition called schizoaffective disorder, which obviously is a mood disorder and a psychotic disorder. So it's sort of like a mixture between schizophrenia and depression.
Now, the reason I put this up is because she did say yesterday and the day before she does not suffer with mental health. Mental health is not her problem. She does not suffer with it. So again, I'm giving you facts that, like, she has been diagnosed with these conditions. We do know that the CPS couldn't prosecute George's crime because of her mental health. So she does have mental health. We've gone to social services, Lauren. Can we not have any hate towards Tuba Cheeks, please? I'm sure they do a valuable service. But she does have an addiction to maybe she is going for sponsorship, you know, but Tuba Cheeks, lots of people love buying their patches, accessories. So, yeah. All of this is on her account. This is not AI. I am not clipping, because if I wanted to do AI, I would have The Rock naked declaring his undying love for me. Yeah, if I was an AI genius, I'd be all telling you that, you know, The Rock wanted me. This has nothing to do with that. This is off her page. You can see it yourself. Look. Da-da-da. She has different accounts. Because apparently we're clipping things. It's AI, yada, 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 yada. So you can see this is her. This is what she's been... This is what... she has. Yeah, it's clearly deep fake and Sally. I have all the time to make videos of somebody in an hoodie. Told you, I've been putting myself with celebrities. Just saying. I love The Rock. Right, I've got 2 cardboard cutouts of him. Actually 3. Have I got 3? I might have 3. Full life-size ones. I put them around the Christmas trees. I put them around.
I'm not going to lie and I'm not going to hide that fact. But actually, I'm pretty stable right now. Obviously, I struggle with the depression from actually being quite alone and struggling physically.
Okay, so from the horse's mouth, she does have mental health problems. And if you heard that, there was quite a lot. There was actually quite a lot of mental health labels she gave off there. Did she put them in a thingy? No, she just put GI issues. She skipped from the gastroparesis to that now. Chronic pain and mental health. So, it's her own. Love The Rock. I don't know so. Absolutely. 1,000,000% The Rock. Right. So, that's why I brought that video up, to show you.
Answer any questions I got asked on my previous post. My hair's annoying. Anyway, yeah, so how long have I had my tube? So I've been tube fed on and off for the past, how old am I? I'm 23. So I've been tube fed on and off for the past 12 years. First it was NG tubes,
baby. This was 12 years. And we saw those pictures earlier that we went through that she put about now being tube fed, memories from 4 years before, and she hadn't got anything on her face. So there's just constant, like, irregularities in her stories, and that's all I'm saying.
Well, obviously not this particular tube, but an NJ. I've been NJ fed for nearly 2.5, nearly 3 years now. But yeah, it's been 12 years on and off. I hope that answers your question. If there's any more questions, people...
Okay, I cut it off. I've literally just done what I needed from it and just cut it off because I don't want to listen to the rest of it. I've heard so much over the last 2 weeks. I actually probably go to bed listening to this voice. And wake
dose,
up.
but it's because I'm on the carbamazepine as well. I can't go on such a high dose being on the carbamazepine.
Big up Secret Haven.
I can't go on such a high dose being on the carbamazepine.
Right, I need... That one, she actually stands up and goes. And if you look at the shadow, you can see there's a shadow. She actually stands up and goes. You need to go on Secret Haven to see that in better quality. Because I don't know what phone she was using that night, whether it is a Nokia 3210. But it's not very good quality. But you can actually, when you're watching it yourself and not on my replay, you can see the mattress pressure going off as if someone's totally got off the mattress pressure going down again. And you can see a black, like in the reflection of the pump, you can see a black shadow move. Yeah, she filmed it on a potato. So can you, Secret Haven, you want to go and see that, please? Go on to Secret Haven. You want me to play it again? You can't really see on when you put it on back on TikTok Studio. It's like the plates. I could visibly see the plates and cups, but you lot couldn't. Oh, where did we go? Where did we go? Where did I go? Where have I come from? Cut Night Joe.
Dose, but it's because I'm on the carbamazepine as well. I can't go on such a high dose being on the carbamazepine.
Pressure off the mattress, totally off. Comes back, pressure back on the mattress.
I can't go on such a high dose being on the carbamazepine.
If you look at the shadow in the reflection of the pump, I don't think you're going to see it on air, but you can see somebody stand and move. And then she brings it back. Again, if you want to go and inspect it yourself, Inspector Clouseau's, because I know you love a little bit of spying. Can I have some spy emojis in the chat, please, for my subs? Need some spy emojis. But you can see the pressure of the mattress being totally, you know yourself when you get off of bed. Pressure up. And then she comes back on, pressure down. You see it. Whoever's got subs, go and have a look in there. I've got some spy emojis. I've got some new emojis in there for you.
You didn't put it in there.
It's not in there. Say what? Can I have an ambulance instead then, please? Thanks. She's been caught leg-handed. There you go. I'll have some ambulances instead. I'll have some ambulance chasing. Ambulance chaser. Right, I'm going to have to go in a minute. So I'm literally going to show you some messages that we were sent. I've cut off the names. This is on a public platform again. So there you go. So basically, she says, I'm on subcut. Occasionally IV cyclazine. I take all 4 of the mentioned antiemetics, but tablets aren't an option. I'm on palliative care, but for end of life rather than quality. But we're not end of life now. Remember, a consultant has cured us. Who referred you to palliative care, if you don't mind me asking? Also, does your GP prescribe the cyclozine vials. Sorry, it's all new to me. I just want to be clear when I talk to the doctor. I was referred by my gastro, but after there being no other options available for gastro care due to severe gastroparesis and intestinal failure, with no treatment options viable, not TPM viable, etc., it's my palliative prescribing nurse that prescribes most of my injections. Her end of life nurse, because she's end of life here. I bought direct from manufacturers when I was buying them. Now the district nurses supply them for me. Kirsten puts up ukmedi.co.uk. And they say Amazon, thank you, that's quite cheap. And Kirsten puts, it's one of the cheapest I can find for ordering bulk. If not, your second best bet is eBay. So I'm just going to go back. It's nothing that we didn't know already. Just going to go back to the...
I thought...
It is this one, isn't it? Oh, I know why I picked this one. Just say.
I thought come on in and do a bit of an honest pie.
They're all different.
Why-
I'm gonna do a little montage. Have a little bit of a montage. Please don't be rude to anyone in the comments. I am just providing facts. We don't need to tell people they can make their own mind up because they are grown-ups. If they're not grown-ups, then obviously that's a bit more concerning. Yeah. Bruce, yeah, do you know, I used to do I did Hotspot, you know, Michael Barrymore's, sorry, cupboard voice. I used to do Michael Barrymore's like Hotspot going along, but it was to beat the trolls. Yeah, we got some good games to play, you know. I will be back tomorrow, usual time, 1 o'clock. I don't know if I'm going to play the game tomorrow. I'll see how I feel, because this is really draining people. It's really draining people. I do need a voice changer for the cupboard. I have got a soundboard, but it's a bit shit. Please look after your mental health. If she's triggering, don't watch it. Please don't attack other people. Please don't attack other people. Let's be kind. All we're trying to do is give people facts. If they want to believe them, they'll believe them. If they don't want to believe them, they don't. Please don't attack Kirsten herself, because she is mentally unwell. And we just want her to live a life that doesn't involve giving yourself meds on a bed 6 times a day and putting chews in your nose. Oh yeah, I can put the pineapple song on. Oh, can I? I don't think I've got that bloody video. Jenny, I don't think I got that video on that phone. Hang on. Bloody hell. Yeah, please don't put... Exactly, we only get one life. It's for making memories. That's all we take with us. It's all we leave behind is memories. Sitting on a bed, sticking things up your nose and playing doctors and nurses at 25 is no life for anybody. So, for all intents and purposes, please be respectful. Don't spread hate, especially on other people that have the same things and go and ask people if they're faking. I am aware people have been doing that. Not necessarily from my lives, but from other lives, and it makes me feel sad, I'm not gonna lie, because this was never my intention. Never in a million years was this my intention. I just wanted to come on and let you guys know. Oh well, I can't find the Agadoo video. I can't find it. No, I can't find it. I can't find it. Yeah, it was never my intention. I don't want people to send out hate. It actually makes me feel a bit sick that people do that. So I know my mods are in touch with Bob, because I want to check out who's been saying stuff. And if you are in our community, I will just say, like, you know, you are grown-ups, but please don't put out hate, especially with people saying it's from my community or people that are watching. I'd like to think that everyone in our Discord would never do that. Do push pineapple, shake a tree. I would like to say they wouldn't. Is that gone across? So I'll come out of this. Oh my God, my brain is not working. This is what I believe. Why fit in when you're bored to stand out? And that's what I think Kirsten needs to do, but not in this manner. Can't do that. I'm going to have to sing it now, aren't I? I go do, push pineapple, shake a tree. I go do, push pineapple, grind coffee. To the left, to the right, jump up and down onto your knees. Come and dance every night to a hula melody. Leaving that with you. Bad singing, pub singing, and have a good afternoon, everyone. Enjoy the sunshine. Get out there if you can. If it's too hot for you, get yourself a nice ice lolly. All right. Okay. And yeah, I'll send you a picture of the chips into the Discord. Thanks. Take care, everyone. Have a good afternoon.
Hypoglycemic, and because my gastroparesis has been really bad for the last few days, I haven't been eating. So
and that's the most stable we are.
Yeah, my blood sugars, because Mia follows my Dexcom.
Yeah, because I've got a Dexcom as well, and my Dexcom's like a straight line.
Yeah,
but as soon as I eat, it's like it looks like an ECG.
Mine's literally been a straight line. Otherwise, when I do eat, Mia's spam calling me at like 7:30 in the morning, going, excuse me. Like,
but she doesn't eat, so surely our blood sugars wouldn't be going that low all the time.
Exactly.
Could I have permission to watch this live? Are you? Why would I need your? Are you a mod?
Hold on.
Anyone's welcome to sit and watch this live. Even mods of Kirsten's. No one's banned from watching my lives. You will be kicked out by my mods if you say anything derogatory about Kirsten. I have given facts. I've not said it. I've not called her a rude name other than Munchie, because if you call me a munchie, then I'm going to call you a munchie.
You're just matching her disrespect. That's all you're doing.
Completely. I'm just repeating the name that she's used. If she'd used a worse name towards me, then I would have used the same word back to her, but I would never call her anything else. Facts here and nothing else. And she doesn't like the facts because the facts are harmful to her, and they are harmful to her carefully constructed world. And the problem is there are far too many people now releasing facts who are backing them up with evidence, and she's in fight or flight, and she's fighting. And I get that, and I have zero sympathy for it, because this is of her own creation. And as I did say, I did have a little bit of sympathy for her, but that has been obliterated after she went after my daughter. And called her a faker and said that, well, she doesn't I mean, she sat there, the look on her face, as if you've all seen the video where she said, she doesn't even have a diagnosis. What the actual fudge? She does have a diagnosis, Kirsten, and I repeat to anyone who's not seen her, Mia's Tube Noodles page, go and have a look at the procedures, there are lots of them throughout her page, but the pinned, maybe it's 1, 2 or 3 pinned post, she is having a NJ tube fitted by the gastroenterologist at the hospital. I've not seen one procedure done. Mia films all her procedures, like when she has bloods taken, when she's in hospital having stuff done, she asks permission, can I record this? It's all backed up. There's not because she's trying to prove anything. She's trying to be very open so that anyone going through the same thing can see what is involved. The amount of people who've said, I've got to have an NJ, I'm really worried about what it involves, and they've been able to come to Mia, and she's shown them the video. She's showed them the video, or said go and have a look at it, and that's what her page is about: supporting, not trying to compete with anybody, just documenting her journey to support other people who, for whatever reason, are going along similar journeys to her. And what people in the chronically ill community are finding very offensive is that when there is someone who clearly does not have those conditions, the condition that they themselves had, whether it's epilepsy, whether it's diabetes, whether it's they're needing to be tube fed, to see somebody choosing to live a life as if they have those conditions, that is very offensive. And especially when they're giving out misleading advice about how to manage those conditions. I mean, if anyone, let me stay there. No, sorry. No. You're not in my life. That's baby noodle.
Baby noodle.
Teenage noodle. Younger son noodle. So, no, you're not in my life.
I'm not.
So when she, for example, because she did have an... Fuck's sake, James, move over. Sorry. Having teenagers is fun. Yeah, be a mum, they said.
It wasn't easy.
Shush, James. One more word and you're getting booted out. Okay? I'll send Bob in. I'll send Bob. I'm sending Bob after you or Quinn after you if you say one more word. Okay.
I'm already after him, don't worry.
I'll come after you.
She does give incorrect and dangerous information out. There is a girl, and I will quote her case, her example. She's given me permission to do so. She's one of the victims who have spoken up as a result of Sally's Alive initially was when she first shared her story. She had an ED and she had a feeding tube, and she asked for, I mean, I don't know whether Kirsten was in hospital with her at the same time or whether she was in contact with Kirsten, but Kirsten's response was that you were not fat enough to have an ED that she was diagnosed with, and that she did not need the feeding tube. So this girl, who was obviously really struggling with being treated, because this ED is very insidious and dangerous, you all know which one I'm talking about, pulled the tube out and got very ill, got even sicker than she already was. She is in recovery now, but she's still having to I mean, that voice is a very powerful voice, and she's still struggling with that voice, but also Kirsten's voice, because that voice, Kirsten's voice, was reinforcing what her ED was saying, and that is still something she has to deal with. And that is why Kirsten is dangerous. There was another person, again, who had an ED, who had an eating plan, was in recovery, reached out through TikTok to get advice from Kirsten, and Kirsten told her that not to follow the eating plan. I don't know what the reason was given, but she was encouraged and told whatever, don't know the exact specifics of it, but not to follow the eating plan. She got very unwell and then had to go back into recovery and come out the other side of it. So all I'm trying to do is to raise awareness of the situation of the individual, so that people who are new to TikTok do not go on there and follow and believe and take advice from her. Don't take any medical advice from anyone on TikTok. Go to your doctor, go to the hospital, go to 111, whoever, but go to an active professional. Don't get medical advice off the internet. I know that she claims that it varies, that she's a qualified nurse or that she has done the nursing course and hasn't qualified or whatever. But regardless, a nurse isn't a doctor. And a doctor, like a GP doctor, is not an expert. They are general practitioners. They know general stuff. you need a consultant specialist in your condition to be giving you advice, not somebody off TikTok who claims to have your condition. Mia wouldn't dare give out medical advice. She's not a doctor. I know she'll give advice based on like, this is what I did, this is what I was told. And I know that sometimes what she's been told is not necessarily what somebody else is told. And that's the whole thing. Every consultant does things differently. But we can say with absolute certainty, with the few things that we do know about when we're looking at Kirsten, we know about NJ and NG tubes. And for all of you, I will repeat, an NG is a nasogastric tube. It goes into your stomach. An NJ goes into your jejunum, which is your intestines. When she's putting those meds, they're going down her NJ. When she put a blue med down, because that, or anything coloured going down her NJ, watch what comes out her NG. Because then you will realise that that's not an NJ, that's an NG. And there was a very spectacular video that is on one of the, what are they called? Not outing, one of those where they're showing you evidence. And it made me laugh because she was putting blue medicine down. That wasn't what made me laugh. And the blue medicine was coming out of the NG. That wasn't what made me laugh. It was the fact that Grover from Sesame Street, who is the same colour as the liquid, was pointing at the blue liquid that was coming back out her NG. And I love Grover. I grew up with him. I grew up in Canada. And Grover's one of my favourite, Super Grover. And I'm showing my age. I'm Gen X. And that's another thing. Don't mess with the Gen X. Anyone on TikTok knows that. You don't mess with Gen X. Don't mess with Gen X. We were raised on hose water, remember? And neglect. So, yeah, we're feral.
I've got to hop off and start making notes for that live at 6. Oh.
Okay, you're right. Okay, you're all right, Quinn. So do you want to go? You're going to go now, are you?
Are you okay?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just tired.
Okay. No, thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Hi, Quinn.
Bye.
Emily, go play.
Yeah, I'll be all right.
We'll be there at 6.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, I'm gonna come down hard, mate.
Sorry, I can just see Endo Warrior. Yeah, I've got endometriosis, and Bye, lovely. Speak to you later.
Bye.
Bye. Say goodbye, James.
Bye. Bye.
See you later. Yeah, who else? 1 minute. Somebody else is Emily. Accept. Oh, did she drop out, Emily? Sorry. Drink with her. You know, she shouldn't. The other thing is she's drinking Monsters, and she's Monster drinks regularly. And the other thing is she's drinking Monsters, and she's Monster drinks regularly. And the other thing is she's drinking Monster. Hello?
2 seconds.
James. Are you there? Emily?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, my TikTok went weird.
Yeah, it did, because all we could hear was Mother Noodle twice, and I was like, oh my god, yes.
Sorry.
It's my TikTok's being stupidly slow.
James, what did I tell you? You're hot and sweaty, and I'm making everything hot and sweaty. That's not what this live is about. It's not that kind of live. Anyway, what were you saying about the Monsters? Sorry, you're too busy laughing. Monsters are very fizzy, and if you've got gastroparesis, which Kirsten says she has, and she may have, but if you've got gastroparesis, fizzy drinks are incredibly painful to drink. So, yeah, there we go. That's another little thing. What's happening at 6? At 6, Quinn is doing a live. Is she doing a live? She is doing a live.
Yeah.
Quinn Leon Reed, isn't it? Quinn's doing a live. He's not happy any more than I am about what Chronically Muncher has been saying about my daughter.
Someone's just put, can I join? I've heard from Kate.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Who is it? Who's asked?
The singing journal, I think. I see.
Journalist, yeah, I'm accepting. Right. Hello.
Hello there. Your outlook on life, Mother Noodle, is very refreshing, by the way.
Thank you. In a good way.
I love you all. I love you all. I haven't got any gastro problems myself. But I've been back in, especially when Kirsten brings in little Carly. I think that's going too far. I think bringing children into it is just going too far. I support all these ladies. I think they're warriors in their chronic illness and the way they deal with it. And your daughter, for instance, is very bubbly and very upbeat about her condition, and that just shows what warriors we have in the gastroparesis community and other problems. But the reason I asked to pop on is because on the Facebook...
Wait, one second.
Sorry.
Charlie, apparently Mother Moodle is a munchie by proxy as well. Is that... Who said that? Is that someone? Is that somebody saying that?
I don't know. Amy's just explaining to somebody what Kirsten said about you. That's all. She's not being hateful or anything.
No, I wasn't sure. James.
I've just Facebook messaged. I just Facebook Messenger Kirsten.
She blocked me. And that saying that she'd send me proof, and then she blocked me.
I just. Sorry, I've got a frightening scenario.
If she has true gastroparesis, she would be having her equipment delivered by district nurses or delivered to her door. Now there's a post on the support page asking if anybody's got an NG tube that they don't want.
Because hers got accidentally left behind at the hospital. They're not returned to her.
That's not an accident. I'm sorry.
But then in another sentence, Mother Noodle, she said she had a cardiac arrest. They couldn't get her out of the door, and they left her at home.
No, we spoke to a nurse. We were in hospital on Thursday. Mia has to go every week to medical day unit for bloods and treatment. And we were there all day. And
He's banned from 2 hospitals.
My God.
Basically, I think Mia had the nurse in stitches. She was telling the nurse.
Yeah, I was talking to her about how you can reuse needles, and apparently needles can be reused. Sorry,
how dangerous advice is that?
I've taken my painkillers, so I'm a bit stoned, guys. Just warning you.
It's the afternoon, not the morning.
A minute, but one of the nurse was saying that if you've had CPR, you're in hospital for a few days, minimum. You don't get left at home on the floor, because if you've had CPR, you're going to have because of what has happened, your heart has stopped and you need your heart restarted. You need to, I think she said it's something to do with their breathing, and it wasn't to do with their heart, Mia. I might be wrong. But whatever it was, the nurse said that's not happening.
She said that she had to have rescue breaths and her heart hadn't stopped, but she had to have CPR to return her breathing to normal, something along those lines. And the nurse
There's no way on God's earth they'd leave her at home if they had to do CPR at home. They could walk out the door and what are they leaving her to? She could be unalived in that moment. They would never do that. Absolutely never. And I've noticed on her live, Mother Noodle, that she forgets sometimes she's on live and gets out of her wheelchair.
Oh, I see.
Plus, if she was brought back, she would be classed as a ROSC, and you're not allowed to leave them at home.
Yeah,
I thought you said ROSC, yeah. ROSC.
But can you imagine somebody walking into your house doing CPR because somebody's had a heart attack, leaving them on the floor and walking away?
That's grounds for suing.
If you're a ROSC, you're very, very, very likely to go back into cardiac arrest and need CPR again, so you would not be left at home.
It's a medical marvel indeed. A medical marvel.
She sometimes forgets she's on live and then gets out of her wheelchair.
Yeah, but Jess, you forget. All of that was AI. All of that was AI. That was all created by us. I'm so technically capable, I can't get onto Discord.
AI.
It was.
Yeah, apparently it was
That AI. That's blatantly her speaking. That's definitely not AI.
Wait,
It's
her
her
standing up. Her dad came on my live, and her standing up. Apparently, we all created through AI.
Oh, right. Oh, my God.
That is so funny.
Oh, Emily, you need to be my IT tech for my TikTok because that is some magic.
Also, she uses morphine like it's going out of fashion.
Yeah.
You're meant to do it a mil at a time, and she flushes it all through without flushing her engine.
Yeah, I was told when I was in hospital, like, because they were giving me the morph sauce and the codeine, and I was every 8 hours I could have something like that, like a combination of the two. And I had, again, they were very careful about how much they gave me, and I was on a very small amount. And at one point I was on like this machine where you press a button and it like releases morphine into you, but like short amounts. And again, it's monitored very carefully because again, it's very addictive.
Sounds
and
addicted.
It is
Sounds
addictive. And in the only very short period of time I was on morphine in hospital, was in withdrawal.
Mother Noodle, can you quickly just check that group chat?
Which group chat?
Our group chat. Just for 2 seconds.
Right, okay. I will leave you guys to it while I check that.
You just paused the entire... Wait, we're still here. Can you hear us? I thought she just like paused the entire live. That scared me. I do think my mother is technically incapable because apparently I didn't even realise she could do that.
To be fair, she did start the live with Quinn and Bob trying to talk to her, and she had the volume turned all the way down so she couldn't hear them.
No, she thought she could mute herself. I had to tell her this the other day. She thought she could mute herself by turning the volume down on her phone. So when she was telling my brother off on live, she was turning the volume down on her phone and shouting at him.
You could still hear her.
Looking.
Sorry, it's just I've been told by someone to block a certain someone.
Oh, okay, yeah. But my friend who's a moderator for my mum, Amelia, I don't know if you see her a lot.
Yeah, I
This
do.
is her in the flesh. She's here.
Greetings, humans.
Greetings. But, oh shit. Oh, sorry, she's replied. You scared me. Sorry. You scared me. It's the painkillers. It scared me.
You do realise when you go on pause as well, when you swipe the app away, we can still hear everyone.
I
heard all of it.
So I just literally it was when earlier on, Mia, you weren't here when I was chatting away and Quinn was waving at me and I was waving back at Quinn and Bob, and actually they were on mute and they were trying to talk to me.
And I thought I was being rude or something when you kept on talking. I was like, oh my God, she doesn't want me to speak, so I'm going to be quiet.
I have a question, guys. So I don't know if this is possible. Kirsten keeps claiming she has a femoral line. If she's paralysed, isn't that dangerous to put a femoral line in a place like that in case it gets infected because she wouldn't be able to feel it?
She won't feel it.
Because I was just thinking about infections. Because the minute I felt my PICC line got infected, they were like, "Oh, we need to take it out." If she hadn't been able, if she had a femoral line and she couldn't feel if it's infected because she's allegedly paralysed, wouldn't that be so dangerous?
Well, yeah, she would probably have a district nurse coming out to look at it every so often as well to make sure it's not getting infected.
1 minute, Young Forg, direct message me and talk to me, and I'll see what we can do to help you. Sorry, carry on.
She said she dislocates her knees a lot, so she needs to go on due to not feeling it. What?
Oh yeah, she dislocates her knee, so she needs to go A&E due to not feeling it or something.
No, because if she can't feel it, she can easily just put it back in without any pain.
Yeah.
She has never mentioned.
She's never mentioned that. She's never mentioned any dislocations.
Quinn, my friend, she regularly dislocates things when having seizures and she has to put them back in herself.
I put my jaw back in all the time when I have a seizure. It just comes out. I just have to get it back in there.
Literally.
To be fair, funnily enough, someone said, I don't know if you should remember this, Max. Right. Yeah. The only thing she ever used to say dislocated was her shoulder, which is funny considering how quickly and easily she manoeuvres herself.
Emily, just 1 minute. So I'm really sorry to just stop you there. Warrior Princess, I would leave because I don't want you to be triggered. I will contact you later on, okay?
Do you have your phone charger?
But I'd rather you leave. So please.
I think everyone needs to learn you can't trust Kirsten with private information because she blurts it all out, like she did with me when she asked to see my proof about epilepsy, and I sent her it, and she told everyone about my attempts on my life. So nothing is private with Kirsten, just letting you know that. Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
What were you saying, Emily? I'm sorry to interrupt. I just wanted someone to stay safe. That was all.
No, it's okay.
Considering she apparently has EDS, but then she doesn't have EDS, but then she does have it. You know, she flips and changes every 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Now, I actually do have EDS, and I do actually score a 9 out of 9 because I made a laugh and a joke about the fact that it's the only test I've ever scored full marks in. And I tick all the boxes for EDS, and I've got EDS thanks to my wonderful parents, type 3 and classical. So I get the best of both worlds. It's great. She only ever claimed that her shoulder dislocated. Now, I didn't think about this because I'm fucking stupid, clearly. But someone pointed out on my live the other day, she moves awfully easily for someone who dislocates her shoulder.
Well, yeah, because like my knee pops out still if I'm moving around a certain way or if I turn. My jaw, even when I'm eating, it's still, even when I'm talking.
Yeah. So if you tried to transfer Max using a banana board from a wheelchair to your bed,
shoulder, the way she moves her shoulder though, it would. Oh, I'm not even going to do that.
Exactly.
It would come out.
I've been on a banana board in hospital.
I literally I can push on this shoulder
and it'll come out
of place because this shoulder, even though this is the one I've had operated on, this one dislocates backwards. Yeah. And when it goes out backwards, I'm sat there going, because I can't relocate that. If it comes out forwards, I just do the...
Yeah, you can, but when it's the other way, when it's the other way, someone else needs to do it.
Yeah, but the fact that she dislocates her shoulders but can manoeuvre herself easily and quickly.
Yeah, she swings her arms around a lot.
And the fact that she doesn't bruise as well, because I'm sorry, but like I am literally covered in bruises all over my arm and I don't know where they're from. Literally no idea where they've come from.
Trying to see my knees. My knees are ridiculous at the minute, and I don't even remember walking into anything.
Oh my god.
That's what my legs look
I'm
like.
just covered in bruises for no reason.
That looks horrible.
Look at mine.
For no reason, I'm just covered in black and blue bruises, and I'm like, what have I done? What have I walked into?
I haven't been diagnosed with AIDS, but they want to test me for it. And my mum's seen this. I wake up with bruises everywhere, and my mum's like, "What did you do in your?"
I spend most of the time in bed. Where the hell am I getting these bruises from? My cat stamps on me.
One on my leg at the moment. It's gotten better at the moment.
Oh, 1 minute.
My cat stamps on me and I'm bruised.
Sorry, out of interest, does anyone here with AIDS get little blood spots? Mia, what have you done? Little blood spots on her.
Purple marks.
It's usually on the chest. I can't show you because
that's what Mia gets.
It's usually on the chest.
And they're like little purple marks.
Yes.
That sounds painful.
Is that a thing? Oh, I get them all the time, but I don't know why I get them. Is that something to do with Ehlers-Danlos?
Yeah, it's the blood vessels bursting underneath the skin, and it's usually also incredibly common to have rosacea because of it as well, and to have, like, I've got the worst ones I have are on my legs, and it literally looks like I've got one mark that looks like a spider's bit me, and my mum has one right behind her ear, so we laugh and joke she's been had by a vampire, because, you know, we might as well laugh about it.
Yeah, because they haven't done the test for Ehlers-Danlos yet. That's one of the things they're aiming on doing after I've had the gastroparesis test with all the, like, electrode things on my stomach. I was in 2 weeks.
It's being hypermobile as well. I don't see her proving that she's hypermobile.
Oh, I'm so hypermobile.
Yeah, look at her. Oh, like, look at that. Way out. Look at that.
Oh my god, no!
Oh, that freaks
me out. Yep.
I can't touch my toes, but I can do really weird things with the rest of my body.
You hear what you can do with your body? That is not something a mother wants to know. Okay, not on a live. No.
Nothing to disclose here.
Not here for that. No.
Oh, my liver has been checked. From what I assume, I did have an issue with my liver at one point. Someone said it could be something to do with my liver.
I thought you said you were going to do something with your liver, not have it checked.
Last time they checked it, it wasn't inflamed. So.
Fava beans and liver. I'm sure that's something that.
What? Sorry, that's a joke. This is the pain meds.
My liver is literally the only organ that works on me. Everything else is just like, nah. But my liver.
Why is the liver the one that works?
Don't know, but it goes, hey, alcohol, let's process it as fast as possible and make you pee 50 million times.
Literally, I don't drink alcohol for that reason, because it comes straight back out anyway. What's the point in drinking it?
No. Also, with me with alcohol, I am embarrassing after one because I've got.
My mum drunk like a can of Pimm's and
I am so bad with alcohol. I'll drink one bit of it and I'm like dizzy and I fall over. I'm like, what the hell is this?
I was referred. This is an embarrassing little story, which has got nothing to do with anything, but it's complete off track here. But we went to a friend's wedding when I was a lot younger.
Have like suction it out, like pull it out with a syringe. It sounds like so wrong.
Yeah,
You have
because
to pull it out.
it'll get
You
stuck
can't
on the
do that
tube.
with jelly sweets. They would block up her drainage tube. Like it wouldn't work. So she's either keeping them down is in absolute agony, which she doesn't appear to be.
That would sound horrible.
I know, because if I accidentally like keep anything down which I don't throw up, I end up in absolute pain.
Well, even when you push your stand okay, you're in pain, and she like pushes her stand okay, like, and I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, that's my potassium.
Her heart's racing. She's hot and sweaty.
I did my codeine like a few hours. I don't know if you noticed, I felt like I wanted to sit down. Did you notice that? Mm-hmm. And that was because it was making me cramp and I was feeling nauseous and I was feeling dizzy.
You got up too quickly, so
yeah, I did that as well. So to help in the situation.
You were just like, you got up too quickly. You needed to sit down.
I'm spacey.
So everybody is. If there's anyone on here who is a mod, and I'm sure there must be one or two. Kirsten, if you're on.
Sorry, someone just said that they're trying to get a mod out and the mod is terrified. I did say to message me, but if they're here, please do contact us.
Yeah, I think I know who it is because they've been messaging me, but I just don't. Just leave. I think we should just leave her alone.
Anyone can message me as well. My inbox is always open, so long as you're polite to me. You know, if you like a certain mod was, then you're going to get the bull because you decided to go after one of my friends and her child. That's not going to go well.
I think I know who that is.
Yeah, one of the mods went after Heather and her kids, I lost
Danielle?
my mind.
Is it Danielle? Is it Danielle or was it Chloe?
It was Jess.
Jess?
No, it was Chloe. Sorry, it was Chloe. It was Chloe. Yeah, she went after Heather, so I lost my
yeah, I did
mind.
hear about that.
However, if you're going to be polite with me and you want help, I will do everything in my power to help you. Same as if there's anyone in the chat that wants advice about EDS, you can message me anytime. My inbox is always open. I will get back to you. It just sometimes takes me a while because it is half term and I have a child. So, you know.
After a question on here. If anything happens to her because of what she's doing, would the mods be, I think the rest of the sentence is in trouble? Yes, because what is happening is she has got her own care plan in place and she doesn't want the ambulance called. They can get told off and in trouble if they call an ambulance. They're supposed to call her dad. But, you know, they don't call an ambulance and something does happen, the worst happens, and there is an inquest, they are going to get in trouble because why did you not call an ambulance? If somebody is unconscious, if somebody is in trouble, you have to call an ambulance.
Well, yeah, I didn't want you to call an ambulance, but I ended up being unconscious and fitting, and you rung me one, and I'm glad you did because, like I said, the paramedics and the doctors told me that if you didn't ring anyone for me, I'd be dead.
That wasn't me, but that was one of your mods. Absolutely, one of the mods did that.
I would have been dead if they didn't ring anyone for me.
So you can't, and with a fit, if it goes on for longer than 5 minutes, you need to call an ambulance. If it gets to 10 minutes, we're talking brain damage.
My friend Quinn, who was on earlier, I nearly had to call an ambulance for her. Luckily, it ended just before the she had literally 2 seizures in the span of like at least 10 minutes, and the first one lasted just under 5 minutes, and I nearly had to call an ambulance. Plus, when you see Kay have seizures, she's not confused when she comes out of them. I had to sit with my friend, and I've also seen it with Max as well, if you don't mind me mentioning Max.
Yeah, that's fine.
They are very confused. They don't know what's going on.
No, I didn't even know where my phone was. I was like,
there's still activity going on. After they've come out of the seizure, you can see it in their eyes. Plus, I know when my friend Quinn, one of the biggest tells I know when they're about to have a full-on, as she calls it, shake it off. Her eyes start going like that. You can see it in their eyes. Her eyes start going like backwards and forwards.
Everyone's pre-seizure activity.
No, I just said, but that's with Quinn is how I know that they're about to go into a seizure.
Yeah, like everyone knows for me, if I'm going into a seizure, it's my eyes. You can always tell by my eyes. My blinking is not regular, and it's like, I don't even know how to explain it because
it's dependent from different people.
The end is that we would call an ambulance, and her mods have been told not to, because the ambulance crews knows that. I mean, she is well known to the local ambulance crew. I know that I know that for a fact. I have been told that by a member of the ambulance crew, in that area. She's well known. They have Narcan at her house to administer her, because what we're looking at in most instances is not a seizure, it is virtually an overdose, because she's taking so many meds. She's nodding because she's not overdosing. Well,
I mean, I start, even with a normal dose of, for instance, my codeine, I start nodding off.
Yeah, but what's happening is she's constantly pushing.
I know, but I'm just making the point, even just with a normal dose, if she's taking excessive, it makes you a bit dozy.
Yeah. They have Narcan there to give to her, because that is that they know that that's what's going on. So there is Narcan actually in the house or available somewhere to her father to give Narcan to her.
But just answer one question. Someone said, Max, your moderators, have you ever shared your care plan with? Is it common practice? And don't have a care plan at all. Anybody who has epilepsy, anything over 5 minutes is life-threatening. So if any of my seizures go over 5 minutes, an ambulance is called, regardless, because I'm at risk of hypoxia and
brain damage.
Because my oxygen levels are horrific during seizures, and I always...
Because I know you're in here.
Narcan apparently is illegal to use in the UK. I'm assuming Kirsten said that.
Oh my God, ambulance crews bloody carry it, man. We carry Narcan.
Yeah, I mean, if you didn't, Kirsten is giving... If Kirsten's saying that, I mean, she should be thanking the Narcan. So, I wouldn't be denying its existence.
Saved her life countless of times.
Her life. But yeah, again, anyone on here who has been a victim in any way, shape or form, whether they've been given bad advice, whether they have been a mod and they've left, they know a mod who wants to leave, they are a mod themselves and wants to leave, please message myself or Emily or Quinn or Sally, and you will get help, you will get support, and...
Hi.
You're like that guy from The Shining, without the axe.
Someone said, where's she getting the meds from? And I don't get how you all know this. You can literally buy diazepam online. It'd be laced with all, like, other stuff, but you can get it online, but it's illegal. On illegal websites, you can buy diazepam, but it'll be laced with all other drugs. That's probably why she's so unwell.
How do we know the other stuff? Because we have
their own words. That's how we know.
Ex-mods who have told us. We have spoken to ex-friends who she's gone after, who've told us. We know because we have seen evidence of screenshots of conversations. There is nothing I'm saying is being said out of just the top of my head.
Plus, someone was saying about her Kirsten never being post-ictal. If it's a non-epileptic seizure, you're never post-ictal because it's not epileptic. So you don't usually have a post-ictal phase with non-epileptic seizures.
But if you're having an epileptic seizure and you're doing this, which is what she's doing, she's then looking up and her eyes are going back. She's reading the comments. That is not an epileptic seizure.
No, and I've got a friend who's a fully qualified paramedic and is on the road, and even she said she watched the whole video of a seizure and she was like, that is all mental health related.
Absolutely.
When people believe their own lies, their brain and their body then does those symptoms because they've believed that much in their brain that they have seizures, the body then does it.
Yeah, and that's what Munchausen's does to you. And your body, if you believe something, the brain is such a powerful thing. It can manufacture, it can produce minor symptoms, but enough symptoms.
It is kind of like a placebo effect, someone said.
It's a placebo, absolutely. And so your brain can trick you. If you believe something strongly enough, your brain can trick you into
thinking it's real.
Imagine your toe's sore and you imagine it for long enough, your toe can start, maybe you can start being hyper aware of your toe. And then you think, actually, my toe is bothering me. I think my toe is a bit sore. And it's a bit like that.
A bit odd her lying about it.
I have anxiety attacks about my heart because of my potassium, and I will trigger myself into having a regular heartbeat because I'm having an anxiety attack over the possibility of my potassium being low. So which is why whenever I'm having issues with my potassium, I always go, is this anxiety or is this potassium? And then I go, it's potassium.
But that's what you do. You talk to me though, and we talk through what are the symptoms, how are you feeling, etc., etc. But she believes she's speaking the truth. Yeah, and that is sad. But, and this is a huge but, she also knows she isn't. Because if she believes the truth she's telling, but if she was telling the truth, and if she believed it 100%, she should know that going onto Facebook pages to get feed, equipment, etc., etc., that isn't good, because if Mia!
Stop, Mia.
Oh, it's Emily, sorry.
My head in the freezer.
And everything delivered by the gas. Sorry, Emily, can you mute your...
But it's like as soon as I said about my severe adverse reaction to benzos, now all of a sudden she has a severe reaction to benzos, yet she takes them every day and she never has the adverse reaction like I have, where I'm needing to be hospitalised and nearly died twice. Because of adverse reaction of benzos, yet she all of a sudden has adverse reaction after I was raising awareness about it.
Well, it's like Mia, when Mia said that she couldn't...
Yeah, I made as a very... Oh, my mum go. Oh.
Okay, bye.
She's back. So basically, that as a quote I use quite often when I describe my vomiting, because people ask like, oh, what happens? Like, what can you tolerate? And I'm like, I can't tolerate my own saliva or like bile and stuff.
1 minute. Yeah, sorry, I'm just interrupting you 1 minute. Cat Bear has asked, how do you know someone is taking something? Can I answer this, Mick?
Yeah.
Taking something, only she knows the truth. Well, it is possible to tell when certain things are being faked, and
especially when you have the same medical devices as them. For instance, I used to have an NJ tube before I got moved to a surgical tube, which I have here, just in case no one believes me. When you're watching what they're doing as someone who had an NJ, it doesn't make sense what they're doing, what you're witnessing.
Why that is. So an NG, Kirsten claims to have an NG and an NJ. An NG is a nasogastric tube. It goes down your nose into your stomach. An NJ tube, which is on the other side, which she claims, goes down your nose and into your intestines, into your jejunum, goes through your stomach and into your jejunum. And the reason we know that this is not real and that is fake, and this is one of the reasons, is that what she puts down her NJ tube should go down her NJ tube and stay down her NJ tube. The fact that it's then coming up and out of her NG tube...
It's in her stomach.
It's in her stomach. So what she gave herself some very bright blue medicine a week or so ago. So we all watched it.
To hide our face.
And it promptly came out of her NG tube. And the reason that's happening is because that's an NG tube going in and an NG tube coming out.
I just also want to make the comment, when it comes to drainage bag, the only thing, when she says it's draining her stomach contents, you never see any, like,
bile, and your
colour.
bile is
And
really
I just want to make it clear for people that don't know the colour of bile or stomach content, it's meant to be that colour.
And it never comes out with a true
because you never see any of that stuff coming out. Drainage tube, like, people are only given drainage tubes to drain, like, food and drink and stuff, and also when they have bile. So, like, my question is, why isn't it draining stuff like that if she has it in 24/7?
Yeah,
like,
her meds don't absorb either because it's
draining. It
draining.
might not drain bile, but it will. But then and then I know, oh, it might be blocked, so I might need to unblock it.
Bile can be green, it can be yellow, it can be any colour under the sun. Yeah, it can be.
Mine was bright yellow.
I love that song. I love that song. It's being reported. There are a lot of things going on behind the scenes. We are just, not just me, there are lots of other creators just trying to raise awareness, keep the awareness out there, because until she is taken off TikTok, it's about making people aware of the situation so that people don't believe what they are hearing, so that they don't take advice from her, so they don't watch her and follow her example with the tubes or anything, because it's dangerous. She has actively given advice to people which has been life-threatening to them. I've got permission to share 2 stories of people who had EDS. One, the girl, Kay told the girl she was too fat to have the ED she was accused of having, and that she didn't need a feeding tube. So, of course, the girl this ED is very intrusive, it's very powerful. The girl believed, Kirsten's telling her what the ED is telling her. So she took the tube out and became incredible. She was already dangerously ill. She got even worse. So and she still, although she has recovered, the voice in her head is still there. She's still living with that and managing that. But on top of that, she's got the knowledge that somebody, a person, said to her the same thing that voice is saying to her.
And as someone that used to struggle and still does sometimes struggle with body dysmorphia, I have PMDD, so when I am before my period, that's when
PMDD just as
thoughts get worse, and that is certain thoughts about how I look and how I feel about my body is one of them. And any thoughts, you tell yourself enough stuff about yourself in your head. Trust me, you tell yourself despicable things in your head when you have body dysmorphia. You tell yourself horrible things, but then to have an outside source confirm it.
And for someone who has that as well, it's like...
And make you feel like that is valid. You're like, oh my God, I was right this entire time. And then it makes you feel even worse.
Yeah, and then you're stuck in that headspace. Yes, there's no way you can get out because, somebody else with the same condition is saying that, is agreeing with me, so... That's it. I'm done.
That voice is right. Yeah. And then that's so dangerous.
And they're stuck in that headspace because of that one person. One single word hurts.
And the other thing is, there was another person with the same ED who had contacted Kirsten and was saying she was on an eating plan, a recovery plan. Kirsten told her she did not need to be on that eating plan. So she came off that plan and she got ill again. That's my drink. And she got ill. What are you doing? I'm being... Thank you.
I was being strangled.
Don't say that, she'll get banned.
Oh no.
Also, someone put a comment saying that she has a seizure at the same time every day. That can
Yeah, that's what happens if you push your meds at the same time every day.
That can happen with people with epilepsy, though.
Yeah, I noticed that with my friend. I was on their phone with them 2 nights in a row, and I was like, because of course I have to time the seizures. I was like, you do realise for 2 nights in a row?
Yeah, that happened to me about 2 years ago. I would have a seizure. It was around 5 o'clock. I would have a seizure every day around 5 o'clock. But then I got my meds upped and then it stopped happening. So.
Yeah, it was actually funny enough in the situation. It was because I actually forgot to say that.
See, the thing is with Kirsten and the whole ED thing, she told me that I was a failure because I had I was in recovery. I entered recovery. Told me that I was a massive failure for doing that, and then also told me that because I got diagnosed with, I got problems with my bowels, and we did think it was gastroparesis at first. It's not. Luckily, it's not. It's diverticulitis. But I knew that I was going to end up seeing a dietitian, which obviously that's going to have big trigger warnings for me and all that jazz. And she said, don't worry, me and you can come up with an eating plan to help you, and then you might lose that belly then.
Yeah, she's not exactly underweight herself though.
Yeah, no, well, as my mum said, I am, as someone who is still severely underweight, but as not as dangerously underweight as they were, I'm still on like the 3rd percentile or something. And when she claims to be on like, I think Kirsten claims she's on like the 1st.
14 BMI. There's no way. Looking at her,
I'm sorry,
there's no way.
And I don't want to compare bodies, but if you look at how I look and then her, it looks quite different.
She's not malnourished. She's not malnourished whatsoever.
Can I just say, someone's saying, if you have a tube, can you eat as well? I have no idea about these things.
Yes, so when you have a feeding tube, yes, you can still eat, but it varies from person to person. So, for instance, I can have soup, but I throw it up. I chew and spit out solids. You cannot ingest solids with a feeding tube because it severely risks dislodgement, especially if you are vomiting, and that's the reason you have the feeding tube.
Mia, can I ask a question?
Oh, yes, of course.
So, why do you still have soup if you throw it back up?
The taste.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
I miss food. I miss food so much. I don't think people understand how really rubbing my back psychologically hard it is, because it's a main thing of like your thing as a brain and stuff as a human is eating. It's so much part of society. It's so much part of what you do habitually, and plus it's like a family thing. People do that, like for instance cooking a meal with your family, sitting down with your friends and eating. It's a thing that is part of everyday life, and it's very hard not being able to firstly participate in that, but secondly not be able to enjoy the taste.
The taste is the best.
The taste is the best bit, and the flavours. That's another reason.
Also, the person who asked that question, can you please leave the box because you're underage?
Why?
You're underage.
I'm 16.
You still can't be on lives.
Okay. Bye.
Sorry,
it's just TikTok rules. We don't want to get Mother Noodle banned or any of us banned.
Okay.
Can I just say,
Oh, sorry, I wanted to say another thing I found out. I have a friend who has gastroparesis and was a mod previously for Kirsten, and they don't mind me sharing this story. They were discussing the fact that they might have needed a feeding tube, and their gastro doctor brought this up, and Kirsten then said to them, you're too fat to have gastroparesis.
Can I speak?
Yeah.
Nico was just saying, and I was just, he got it in, I couldn't get it out. Eating and socialising come handy. Turn my fan back on, you.
Well done for stopping swearing.
Hand in hand, you know, and it does, and it's so hard for me because, you know,
I get quite upset. Like the last time I got really upset when it was a food thing, it was when it was my brother's birthday and we were in Cornwall and everyone had like ordered a meal and it was like really nice, good smelling food, and I had to watch and sit there as everyone ate, and I was like throwing up bile, and I was just sitting there doing my pain meds, and I just felt really left out and quite sad about it, honestly.
I have to say, like, whenever, like, as a friend, like, whenever I'm eating and I'm like messaging Mia and I'm like, it doesn't matter what I'm eating, I'll send it to her.
Yeah, send pictures of it. I love that.
I'll feel really bad and be like, wait, she can't eat this.
No, but I always actually say to you, I actually love you sending pictures of your food. It's really funny, but I actually like Amelia sending pictures of her food.
But I'm just like, oops, she can't eat that. But then I just like secretly just think, oh.
At school, I used to smell their school lunches.
We did. She would sit there when they were all at lunch, and she'd say, "Can I sniff that?" When I eat anything, especially fish, because this girl has got a weird obsession with fish.
I love smoked salmon. It's the smoked salmon.
Whenever we go up to hospital, I go to the bagel company in Waterloo Station. I shout out to them because they're amazing. They make the best bagels. and I have the cream cheese and smoked salmon toasted.
Oh, that sounds so nice.
Wait, is the question, Rihanna, about the meds draining from the stomach, is that to do with me because my tube goes to my intestine?
No, she's talking about Kirsten because obviously
they're not. Well,
yeah, because we had a point. I had a point in making. How is she? She can't use the excuse of dropping on live because of her meds anymore because it's raining. So we can't really.
Well, no,
I was just checking because I was about to explain how my tube's different. Thank you, Kelsey. I got a little hat. Hey. Sorry, just want to say, people that sent me gifts, I accidentally didn't say thank you before because I didn't see it, but thank you for that.
I didn't see it either.
I got sent something and I just realised I forgot because I saw the number go off on the screen.
Yeah, exactly. She can't get rid of infections because she's not taking in any of her antibiotics. Just like what Emily just said.
I have an infection in my peg at the moment, and I have to take them.
Sorry, Mother Noodle wants to speak.
Permission granted.
Right.
Interesting. What?
I've got my hand up.
I'm sorry.
Permission granted.
Permission granted. Thank you. I think because when she gives herself meds, you notice she does this. So you can't see it coming out, but also if they're meds, the meds clearly are going in. Thank you so much, Chelsea. They are going in because they're having an effect on her. And I got peas. I got 4 peas. Thank you. Are they peas or Brussels sprouts? I'm not sure. I think she clamps the tube. Someone raised the issue of her clamping the tube. Oh, thank you, Emily. She clamps the venting. Oh, I got a pretty
tofu! I got a tofu, not you. It's my tofu.
Mother Noodle keeps thinking that she's getting the gifts, and it's actually a daughter getting the gifts.
Tiny. It's not me getting the tiny diny. Did I get tofu?
No, Emily's getting the tiny diny.
Tiny diny. If you see it says sent to.
Oh, sweet Emily, you're getting sent stuff. Oh. And sent
with roses. I think you're getting roses, Mum. Don't worry. You're not.
Thank you. I never know who they're for, so I'm just saying thank you for anything. I was saying something important. I can't remember what the fuck it was. I got a tiny.
Oh, what? My brother calls roses on TikTok raisins. I don't know why. Oh no, that was my mum. My mum calls roses raisins because she missaid it accidentally once.
I thought it was a raisin. I'm sorry.
It was a rose.
How does that look like a raisin?
Depends on your angle and your sanity at the time you're looking at it, I think.
No, but never does not look like. What the hell?
What sanity? There is none.
Oh, I needed that laugh today, Mother Noodle.
To be fair, Julie, I told Elliot the one day to water the cats.
My mum once
so
told
that is,
me.
that's the running gag now. Water the cats. We all say it, and all my friends say it to their kids, to water their pets as well.
My mum picked me up from school once and said, "The weather's nice. I'm going to France to cut the grass."
Listen,
I looked at her and I was like, "What?"
I never said.
Yes, you did. I remember very clearly. It was sunny outside. You're picking me up from secondary school. We were driving out of the thing, and you looked out the window and went, "The weather's nice." I'm going to go to Also, Pano Pocola. Miss Pano Pocola.
Pano Chocolat.
Yeah, Pano Pocola is her favourite word.
Okay, Miss Benny Lanilin. No, Miss Paraphernalia.
Mia, once you've had a child and your brain has turned to mush because you've created a brand new human being, then you can judge your mother for making mistakes with words.
I already make enough mistakes with my words. I blame her for that. She created this mess. Didn't obviously have enough brain cells to donate to this one.
You said you didn't have any brain cells.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't have any because she didn't give me any.
The Observer, providing you with the latest TikTok drama from across the UK.